The transfer window is open and plenty of rumours have begun circulating across Europe, from Championship players making the move to a Champions League club to established strikers finally making the move to the Premier League. This podcast has got it all. Hello and welcome back to Einimar, where today I'm going to be highlighting the top 10 transfers to watch out for this summer. Be sure to let me know in the comments if I miss anyone, but without further ado, the first player is Jobe Bellingham, who could be making a move to Borussia Dortmund from Sunderland in a deal worth around £25 million. The Bundesliga giants have beaten competition from RB Leipzig and Frankfurt to land the midfielder. Bellingham was instrumental in Sunderland's push for promotion to the Premier League this season, starting 41 league games and registering 5 goals. His performances have drawn attention across Europe, but Sky Germany reports that Dortmund have now won the race, helped by the club's existing relationship with the Bellingham family and their proven record of nurturing young talent. Of course, the move will draw inevitable comparisons with his older brother Jude. The Real Madrid and England midfielder made his breakthrough at Dortmund after joining from Birmingham City in 2020. It was at the German outfit that Jude developed into one of Europe's best midfielders, and it's understood that his experience in Germany has played a key role in convincing Jobe to make the same switch. It will be a statement signing for Dortmund, who continue to bet big on youth development, and for Jobe it's a huge leap from the Championship to the Champions League. Next up, Bryan Mbeumo to Manchester United. The Red Devils are reportedly targeting Brentford's Bryan Mbeumo as part of their summer rebuild, but they'll need to pay a premium. According to The Independent, Brentford have slapped a £60 million price tag on the 25-year-old forward, who hit 20 goals across all competitions last season and is now attracting serious interest from top clubs. Mbeumo has been a key figure in Thomas Frank's side, particularly stepping up since the departure of Ivan Toney. He's comfortable on either wing or through the middle, so his versatility and end product are exactly what United have lacked this season. Manchester Evening News report that Mbeumo's open to the move, viewing it as a step up. However, you could argue with that considering Brentford actually finished above United this season. It looks more likely that the potential £250,000 a week is the reason for him wanting this move. But for United, the stumbling block isn't just the £60 million fee, it's financial fair play. With Ineos looking to trim the squad and balance the books, outgoings may be essential before any big money signings arrive. That's led to speculation around the futures of both Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Højlund, though the latter would only leave in the unlikely event of a huge offer. For now, Mbeumo remains under contract at Brentford and the Bees aren't under any pressure to sell. But United are targeting Premier League proven attackers, so Bryan Mbeumo to United is certainly one to watch. Next up is one of Ligue 1's most exciting young players, and he could be heading to the Premier League this summer. According to Foot Mercato, Lyon's Cherki is attracting interest from both Liverpool and Manchester United, with several other top-flight English clubs also monitoring the 21-year-old playmaker. Cherki has been long tipped as one of France's most naturally gifted attacking talents. A product of Lyon's academy, he's capable of playing across the front line or as a number 10. He's known for his dribbling, close control and eye for a final pass. Whilst his raw numbers haven't exploded yet, the underlying creativity and flair have kept the scouts watching. L'Équipe report that Lyon are now open to offers, with the player entering the final year of his contract. That could force the French side to cash in now, rather than risk losing him on a free next summer, especially as they aim to restructure their squad under new ownership. For clubs like United and Liverpool, Churkey represents a low-risk, high-upside investment. He's still just 21, but with over 100 senior appearances in Ligue 1 and European experience under his belt, he is far from unproven. Next up, Díaz to Chelsea. The Blues are reportedly preparing a significant offer for Liverpool winger Díaz as they look to bolster their attack ahead of next season. The Telegraph claim that the Blues are monitoring Diaz's situation, with the Colombian no longer guaranteed a starting role under Arne Slot. Diaz has featured centrally in a few of Liverpool's games this season, a tactical shift partly influenced by Cody Gakpo's strong form on the left. Gakpo is understood to be Slot's preferred option in that position, having worked with the Dutchman previously. That change has left Diaz's future uncertain, with the Telegraph reporting that Chelsea are ready to capitalise by offering him a prominent attacking role and a lucrative contract to go with it. Díaz, 27, is proven at the highest level, technically gifted, directing 1v1s and has a strong work ethic off the ball. He would offer something completely different to the profiles of Mykhailo Mudryk and Raheem Sterling, both of whom have had woeful spells at Stamford Bridge. He still has 2 years left on his contract, and unless a bid well above 50 million comes in, it's unlikely that the Reds will be in any rush to sell. A big one coming up now, and it's Victor Gyökeres. The Sporting striker Victor Gyökeres looks set to be one of the headline moves of the summer, with multiple outlets now reporting that the Swedish forward has decided he wants his next move to be to the Premier League. Gyökeres has been in sensational form since arriving at Sporting from Coventry City, racking up goals galore. His combination of pace, strength and finishing has caught the attention of Europe's elite, and it appears a return to England is his preferred path. Until very recently, Atletico Madrid were actually considered the front runners, viewing Gyökeres as a long-term replacement for Antoine Griezmann. But since, that scenario has shifted dramatically. Griezmann's since signed a new contract extension as confirmed by Marca, meaning that Atletico's need for a marquee striker has cooled, and Gyökeres is now firmly in the Premier League sights. Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United are all tracking the 26-year-old. The Athletic report that all three clubs are weighing up whether to activate his release clause, with Gyökeres himself reportedly open to leading the line for a top English side. Eberechi Eze is firmly on the radar of several top Premier League clubs this summer after a standout season with Crystal Palace, capped by a match-winning performance on the biggest stage. The 25-year-old midfielder scored the only goal in Palace's shock 1-0 win over Man City in the FA Cup final, and that big game impact has only intensified interest from the league's elite. According to The Guardian, both Tottenham and Manchester United are among the clubs monitoring Eze's situation. Palace, on the other hand, are under no pressure to sell. Eze signed a new long-term contract in November 2023, but the feeling is that a serious offer north of 60 million could tempt them into negotiations. Eze has been long admired for his flair and ball-carrying ability, but this season under Oliver Glasner, he's added consistency and end product. He finished the campaign with 12 goals and 5 assists across all competitions and has looked even more dangerous in a freer role since Glasner's appointment. After years of promise, Eze now looks like the finished product, and after deciding the FA Cup final at Wembley, he's proved he can deliver at the very top level. Back into Ligue 1, it's Bradley Barcola who is linked with many European giants. He's quickly becoming one of the most talked about young wingers in Europe, with L'Équipe reporting that several top clubs are closely monitoring the PSG forward ahead of a potential summer move. Barcola's explosive pace, sharp decision making and ability to operate on either wing have seen him emerge as a key figure in PSG's domestic dominance and their Champions League winning run. According to Fabrizio Romano, clubs in both the Premier League and La Liga are tracking Barcola's development, with Man City and Barcelona reportedly among the most intrigued. Whilst PSG aren't actively looking to sell, there is growing belief that a huge offer could force them to consider it. Next up, Borussia Dortmund winger Jamie Bino Gittens is being linked with a return to the Premier League this summer, with the Telegraph reporting that Chelsea are leading the race for the 19-year-old. The Blues have turned their focus to Bino Gittens after deciding not to pursue a permanent deal for Jadon Sancho, who is set to return to Man United following his loan spell with the Blues. Bino Gittens has enjoyed a promising campaign at Dortmund, making 28 appearances across all competitions and contributing with direct, fearless wing play. Although he's still raw in his decision making, his speed, close control and willingness to take on defenders has impressed, particularly in the Bundesliga and Champions League. Like Sancho before him, Bino Gittens made the leap from Man City's academy to Dortmund in search of first-team opportunities, and that gamble is starting to pay off. With English clubs now circling, a homecoming may be on the cards sooner than expected. According to Sky Sports Germany, multiple Premier League sides are monitoring his situation, but Chelsea are the best positioned. He's young, English and already tested at the highest level, so Bino Gittens could be Chelsea's next big bet on potential. The penultimate player is Brighton's João Pedro, who is once again making the headlines. The 23-year-old Brazilian forward has attracted interest from top European clubs, including Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool and Newcastle United. His composure in front of goal and versatility to play as a 10 make him a valuable asset, and a big summer move could be on the horizon. What's pushing this move even more is recent events in the training ground for Brighton. Pedro was notably absent from Brighton's matchday squads towards the end of the season. After serving a 3-match suspension for a red card received against Brentford, he was expected to return. Instead, he remained sidelined for the rest of the season, with reports from TalkSport indicating that a training ground altercation with Jean-Paul Van Hecke was the reason for his continued exclusion. Despite this incident, Pedro's on-field contributions this season have been impressive. He finished the season as Brighton's joint top goalscorer, netting 10 in the Premier League. His performances haven't gone unnoticed, with The Sun reporting that Brighton have set a £70 million price tag on him. However, other sources suggest that the club is seeking up to £100 million for his transfer. I think 70 is more likely, especially with this altercation in the training ground going on. People are aware that they want to get Pedro out of the club. In terms of potential suitors, Liverpool seem the most likely destination at the moment, but Arsenal are also taking a look. Last but not least, Chelsea again are linked with this player. It's Hugo Echeque. I spoke about him a little bit in a previous podcast, and he is really somebody that you want to keep an eye out for because he could be making a move this summer. Chelsea have ramped up their pursuit of the Frankfurt striker, according to The Athletic. The 22-year-old has been in excellent form this season, impressing with his pace, technical ability and clinical finishing in the Bundesliga. Despite concerns over the transfer fee, which is reported to be in the region of 45 million, Chelsea view Echeque as a crucial piece of revitalising their attack. Chelsea are reportedly prepared to meet Frankfurt's valuation to secure the deal, hoping his dynamic style can inject much needed energy and goal threat as they aim to challenge at the top of the Premier League next season and have a decent run in the Champions League. The Athletic notes that Chelsea's interest has intensified in recent weeks, with talks ongoing but no agreement yet reached. Echeque's preference appears to be a move to the Premier League, which adds momentum to Chelsea's pursuit. Those are the 10 players that you should keep an eye on this summer, as there is a very high likelihood of them making a high-profile move. If there's anyone that I forgot to mention, let me know in the comments and let me know what move you think is most likely to happen. That is where I'm going to end today's podcast, but there are plenty of others that you can go and listen to. For more content, be sure to check out my website, that's inmrfootball.co.uk. On there you can find match reports, live blogs, club updates and so much more. And if that's not enough, INMR is also on X and Instagram, so you can follow me on both of those platforms for even more daily football content. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in the next one.